Hello folks, welcome to another episode. In this video we're going to be working on this beautiful juniper. When I first worked on this tree, there was only two trunks going in separate directions, and as you might recall, I placed some wire and I also just brought these two a little bit together like so. The branches were a little bit shorter and they didn't have that much foliage on them, but as the time has gone by and I fertilized it heavily and left it on pruned, it has put in a lot of growth. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to rewire these branches, also bring it back to its shape, and hopefully just prune and just get a little tidy up so that we can continue working on this throughout the season. Alright, so first thing first, because we do have a lot of foliage that I might be getting rid of, I'm just going to go ahead and just cover the pot because I don't want to have to clean that up later. You can do this with a t-shirt or a piece of paper. For the purpose of the video, I might actually speed up some of the process, or I might just edit it here and there. What I want to do first, as I'm looking at the camera, is I might want to just wire the first main trunks just so that I know exactly what gaps I'm going to be working with. So for that, I have some really thick wire right here, and I'm going to try to go over pretty much the same spots as we had it before. This tree trunk has actually not scarred at all because I was able to remove the wire at just the right time. So we're just going to go ahead and anchor this to the root base, kind of like so, and then just bring in the trunk. If I feel like the gauge of the wire does not hold the trunk in place, I might just double wire it. Nothing I haven't done before, but yeah, let me look at the other one. Looks like I'm gonna need a longer one. So same thing on the opposite trunk. Feel like the wire right here, after being on it for quite some time, the trunk should be able to just hold on a lot better without the actual need of having the wire here, because as you can tell, it held up pretty well. I just want to have this for additional support. So now getting back to reshaping and just bringing it back to its original shape. Just going to go ahead and cut on all those elongated shoots, and also try to create more ramification here and there. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue wiring the branches from the bottom to the top off camera, and once I'm done, I'll go ahead and continue recording the placement of the branches. So as you can see right here, starting from this trunk, this branch right here had actually stayed in place of where I originally wanted it. There's just some minor tweaks here and there just to make sure that the actual branches are still pretty much in the place where I originally wanted them. Just going to go ahead and also add some movement to other ones like so. Just trying to fan them out a little bit more so that we can create a little more space in between each pad. So right here we have 1, 2. Just going to go ahead and try to lower this one just a bit more. I think about right there. Alright, so now that we have established the basic shape for the tree, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put some thin wire right here, anchoring on the wire that has been attached to the main trunk, and then just bring in the trunks together a bit. So just pulling and then tying until I get it as close as I can without compromising the shape and also the trunks. Don't want to crack them. So I might be looking a little bit too close right here, but outside of the camera, I feel like right there's a good side. So I'm just going to go ahead and just tighten it up a little bit more. And now that we have a good setup, just going to go ahead and just refine some of the branches that we felt like we didn't need them at all. So any of those branches that are way far in, that we know that they're more likely going to die because of lack of sunlight, and also shortening some of these branches too, just to regain the shape. Alright folks, so here it is. Just to recap, we actually rewire the tree and then print it back to its baseline shape. This tree has a lot more to go through in order for it to be a decent tree, but as of right now, I think it looks pretty well considering the fact that it came in from an air layer. This is just to prove that sometimes if you have a little bit of patience and you're not necessarily rushing a style on a certain tree, you can just go ahead and air layer the branches that you are willing to just cut away, and then come up with a whole another tree. I hope you folks liked the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Also comment down below what your thoughts on this tree is. It needs a lot more work, definitely, but I feel like it's on the right track for a perfect bonsai. I'll see you folks next time.